just compose themselves, make sure they can come back from this game. But so far, looks like Happy Feet and SxC going to be facing off each other on the draft already. Okay, Grok has been removed finally.
Your team
And the
has
health crit.
been removed as well. Like,
And no
see, I told you
surprises.
Dexter was that powerful. He may not be the MVP, but he was he's ban worthy in
Yeah.
game 2 now.
Absolutely. Of course, that leaves a lot open again. Lunox open, Leomord open, yeah. So all this open, and of course, I don't know.
Lunox is not
Your
open
team
anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. So that's gonna leave the show up for grabs there. I think they are very afraid of Pringles' show, so maybe that's gonna be coming up on second rotation.
Your
We'll have to
team
find out,
is picking.
or else SxC IMBA might actually take it for themselves. So far, Leomord, solid frontline pick.
Of course, our priority pick. Again, if he doesn't get banned out, he gets picked, like whichever team that may be.
That's right. Of course, SxC IMBA very happy to remove the Cho from the equation instead of banning it. Why not pick it up and just reject the pick
Your
for
team
Pringles?
is picking.
And that's very it's a smart play there from SxC. They got the Alice as well. Good DPS. So actually, it's a very tanky composition so far for
It
SxC.
is.
And
you know what? Add a Lolita there, that'd be good. And then the last two should probably just be heavy damage dealers.
Your
That's
team
right, again.
is picking.
they are very free in terms of who they want to pick up. Again, Gushan was a bit slow on the docket earlier, but definitely did the job. That's a very strong pick as well. Kaja, I think that resulted into a lot of very big team fights as well. No surprises on the pickups. Possibly the last game though, so they really have to ramp it up.
Yeah, they should like throw out all of your best picks.
Yeah,
if they
throw
don't get
everything,
banned.
but the kitchen sink at the enemy, basically. And I think that's actually a very smart play. Get all the strong picks once more. Get the picks they're comfortable in,
Your team is
and
picking.
it should do the job here. Again, SxC IMBA still pretty much in contention here for a 2-0.
Hover on that Akai.
Hover on the Akai, very smart there. Again, did not pan out earlier. I told you, it's a bit of a... The protection on the carry was just not enough. With just one tank, and so far, they're going to be sticking to it though. I mean, I'm pretty sure YB420 still very confident on the Akai plays, so... Another big damage source, and they go for broke. Fanny going to be locked in here for Happy Feet as well as the
Your
Akai,
team is
removing
picking.
some of the heroes that actually is used to counter Fanny, that Akai and that Kaja. Very smart here for SxC, for Happy Feet rather.
I haven't seen Fanny much. I do remember Fanny getting picked up yesterday once, or just a handful. So let's wait and see. Though their damage just heavily depends on Fanny and Gushan.
Yeah.
Once Leomord is not yet online, but
I mean,
once
that's a
he
big
does,
question right there, yeah. Like, can he go online? And how long is the Gushan going to be online? Because the Fanny's going to be eating up a lot of the resources as well on the map. Gushan might have to rely on some really swift wave kills instead instead of relying and taking up the farm from this
I
Fanny.
guess that's going to have to go to Fanny.
Yeah, it's going to be a
So much
double
sacrifices.
yeah, double retribution though. So maybe they can go for steals on the big jungle camps of SxC IMBA, although that will be very risky, if I may add so myself. So we'll have to wait and see. From the rotations, from the composition, I want Happy Feet to win because of how fun their composition is. They have a Fanny, they have the Gushan there, but so far they have the Leomord as well, by
They
the
do.
way. So kind of expect a good, strong fight here from Happy Feet.
Mid game, because early game, not yet.
Early game, yeah, it's probably going to be a bit more difficult, especially since they have the Fanny. Gushan might help a bit in terms of early game, but again, no one else to be relied on except for that combo.
And
So
maybe Akai.
maybe
He's-
Akai for
he's gonna do the initiates one
yeah,
more time.
once he hits level 4. That's a big question. Again, let's go into game 2. Happy Feet versus SxC IMBA. Again, Happy Feet want to make a comeback with SxC IMBA. Looks like they want to call it a night really, really fast. As
This
of
could
course,
potentially be the last game for the day.
let's find out though. SxC IMBA removed the Cho from Pringles. Usually Pringles loves to use that Cho, but of course it's going to be on side of SxC this time around. It's going to be a slow game, judging from just how how passive these guys are playing. No invades or anything
Yep.
like that.
They're just gonna focus on themselves. Like, I'm just gonna level up. I'm gonna get enough levels on my skills. I'm gonna get enough farms. Focus on my itemizations.
Yeah.
If they do plan an invade, I guess that's probably them as a group and not just like 2 or 3 members.
Yeah, and absolutely beautiful here. Happy Feet still doing a good job in keeping them at bay, although of course SxC IMBA comes out on top with the Frog. So far, who do you think is going to win out the early game here?
Early game. I'm going to have to give it to SxC IMBA. It says Alice first skill.
Yeah.
Lita, if she's able to land her ult at the right time, SxC IMBA could bag the first game. The
Yeah.
early game, in the early game.
That's right. Of course,
Oh, they pressed the pause.
we're going to go in for a pause here. We're probably just ironing out some controller issues.
Yep.
But of course, like you mentioned, yeah, that's actually a very accurate point there. We got the level 4s from the Harley, early Deadly Magic, level 4 from that Alice as well. So a lot of early game power here in terms of the double mage setup for SxC IMBA. Although, of course, double mages kind of fall off at the late game mark. So hopefully that doesn't happen too much to SxC IMBA. But of course, Happy Feet gonna be very happy there. With
happy feet.
yeah, you're probably gonna be happy there with the pickoffs that they did make on the draft. I would say that they won it, but you know what? It's not as solid as I thought it would be. I mean, Alice would be a great addition to this. Considering that SxC IMBA does have the Alice, again, I kind of want to reiterate, Alice does very well against Leomord just because of how they can sustain each other. Because Leomord usually wants to dive in.
Yep.
Usually wants to go for the big crits. Usually wants to use the AoE of the Phantom Steed.
But the question is, can you dive Alice?
Yeah, that's a problem, Nick. Alice has the orb, has a lot of lifesteal, so she's one of the few mages that can actually withstand that ultimate. We're gonna get back into the game though. For the meantime, looks like SxC IMBA, they're just holding steady on the mid and just trying to take a slow paced game here. But of course, Happy Feet has the Fanny, the buff on the Fanny. So gonna be very useful in
And they're
making
still gonna be careful, just farming.
big plays could come out from this.
They're probably gonna wait up until Fanny can dish out so much damage before they try and initiate team fights themselves.
That's true. Of course, Turtle gonna be up on the map right now. Happy Feet gonna proxy some creeps here, making sure that their creeps go into the turret faster. Same thing gonna be happening on the top lane with SxC IMBA, putting up a lot of pressure early on that. So again, it's gonna be a trade of towers here. Nothing surprising there. 4 members each, almost at the same time.
Even, man.
Yeah, but the thing is, Happy Feet will have priority on inner, while the rest of SxC will get the turtle, which is of course a faster objective than a turret.
That's true. And well, you mentioned something about the double mage falling off during the late game. Let's not forget they had the Aldous. Archie can probably try and fill the missing pieces for them.
Yeah, that's right. Of course, Happy Feet still very happy to take a fight, but Pringle's not going to be long for this world. Did get eliminated quite quickly there, and of course, Happy Feet, they just want to hold it steady, trying to react to what SxC has, and most likely going to be waiting for another turtle take here. I think SxC IMBA just needs to put the bell to the metal because it should be an easy take here. They are aware that Leomord does not fare well until he has the lifesteal items. So something that they can look forward to is also shut down that Fanny very quickly.
And well, one of the counters to Fanny, the Akai, is on their side. So more advantages for Happy Feet in that aspect.
Correct. That is absolutely true. Of course, I think they planned that out on the draft. That's why they left the Fanny up onto 4th slot. Of course, it's going to be a pick-off here on the mid lane. Aji uncharacteristically got out of position there, pulled back by Divine Judgment, and just gave a free kill over to Happy Feet.
Again, both teams are rotating as much as they can, probably trying to get the feel on the map, trying to get the early map advantage.
Yep. And of course, SxC.
Archie just chilling there. I hope I don't get spotted.
Well, let's hope and pray, because right now SxC IMBA, they're very confident around the map, and they're trying to get as much edge as they can. Even though gold is almost equal, SxC still going to be on the ropes for this one. In terms of map control, they are open for the pickings. You know, everyone from SxC going to be pulled back in though, and that's going to be the first victim of that Divine Judgment. Once more, Archie gets taken out. Here's a follow-up though. Bonchon charges Numen Blast. 4 men going to be locked in, except for YB420 rather. Of course, Secret going to be picked up, kicked off with the weight of the dragon. Of course, YB420 going to sacrifice himself for that though. Double kill already for Haji. Here's the follow-up by Tuyon on the Fanny. A lot of damage being output here.
Too bad. If he was able to arrive there earlier, the position was actually perfect.
Yeah, everyone was clumped together.
Yep.
And in a very tight area. That's exactly where the Fanny wants to be. So far.
That's where the power for Fanny starts.
That's right. He wants those tight spaces. And of course, SxC IMBA also going to be taking up a lot of advantages over on the map. Earlier it was equal. Now we are like 500 above on SxC. This could go higher if they will go for a turtle here.
Which
Of course,
should.
yeah, Aldous has already used his ultimate though, just to check where everyone is on the map. So they're going for a kill here, and they do it. YB420 not even doesn't have any backup to go. Of course, Haji gonna have to hide here. Tuyon going on the hunt, and Honda gonna try to kick him off with the Way of the Dragon. Not gonna work though. Pringles locks Honda in with the Hurricane Dance. And everyone just gonna try to disengage here for SxC. Everyone's taken very low. Bonchon gonna be taken out by Secret on the Leomord. Again, a very powerful pick. Still, Dexter.
Just one more skill on Scheider. Come on.
And Dexter, he goes for the hunt here on Scheider. No ultimate available though, so that might be a problem. He goes and opts out. Archie still getting a lot of gold. And a lot of pressure here on top. Gonna be answered by Tuyon. Ultimate gonna be popped up. Will the ultimate come in though? That's a big question. Deadly Magic going to be procced into Tuyon, but he's going to be able to make it out alive. And so far, that's going to be a safe lane for SxC, but on the top lane, Fanny, though, able to get out alive.
Well, that is true. But what do you think could Happy Feet do to be able to... they're just ahead. As SxC IMBA is just ahead in like roughly 1k.
Yeah.
Which is technically not much for now, but what could Happy Feet do to be able to be on par with their aggression, their team fights, and basically everything?
I think they should just dive in on the Righteous Judge, Divine Judgment rather. I think that's like the best way to get kills here for, especially for Dexter. Like what they're gonna happen right now, they pull in Dexter, but the lifesteal's already procced in. Numinal Blast charge only hits Pringles.
Hey,
They
that
get
wasn't useful.
yeah, they get pushed off, and Haji gonna be suffering because of that. Tuyon going hard on the offensive. Dexter, no ultimate available, will be a bit of a hard press to sustain against this. Tuyon still hunts Dexter down though, and Tuyon just doing the plays around the map right now, giving all the DPS he can. He runs out of the buff though, so that's gonna be a mana problem, but not for long. Oh man, Tuyon went a bit crazy there, and just barely in nick of time though. Honda going in for the hit onto Tuyon. Way of the Dragon already used.
No response yet, I guess.
Yeah, I think the mid lane was already given over to Happy Feet. And they will take a lot of gold from that. Now they are in the lead. Evening up the score here for the gold, and SxC finally met their match.
Now you remember why Fanny was a thing last season, right?
Yeah, previously Fanny,
power.
as long as you have a good knowledge of the map, you should usually come out on top. Speaking of knowledge around the map, they do gain some knowledge using the ultimate from this Aldous. Of course, it's going to be on cooldown now. Haji waiting on the wings. Rest of SxC though, they go in for the dive. Kick in
Secret.
by the Numinal Blast comboed with the Way of the Dragon. Going to be able to take out Secret. Who's going to be next though? Honda. Going to try to make it out live. Gushin not enabling it that much damage. The rest of Happy Feet go for the chase. Although, of course, that Fanny's still on the mid lane. Of course, Alice on the top lane. This could be answered really quickly, but turrets are still intact here for Happy Feet. You should be glad about that.
They should be. But I actually thought that Fanny was gonna target Alice in the top lane, but
Yeah.
okay, never mind, they disengaged.
Yeah, for the meantime, more map control going over to SxC IMBA, but of course, Happy Feet still very brave in trying to find out where the rest of SxC IMBA is. And the hunt is on right now for Fanny. Tuyon gonna try to go for the kill, but of course he's gonna get locked in, and he cannot move. Deadly Magic there just to provide enough damage. And the back and forth from the Fanny. Steel cables do the job that they asked for. Dexter gonna be life-stealing the heck out of these members from Happy Feet. And just gonna be enough to push them out of the pushing lane. But of course,
this is why Alice is quite hard to kill, because did you see the lives?
exactly. And Happy Feet go for a very fast Lord take. Half right now, SxC IMBA, they know this is happening. They take down Shider. That's a lot of damage taken away from Happy Feet. Lord is still on 30%. YB420 absorbing a lot of the blows as well. Looks like it will be a Lord steal here for SxC IMBA. They take down so many members of Happy Feet as well. What a botched Lord play there, and SxC IMBA take the lead all of a sudden. Only Secret left alive on the map.
Yo, that was again a 4 for non-kill in favor of SxC IMBA. Such a smooth fight there, and I think Alice was like, the moment Alice jumped in and got the Lord, she just popped her ult, and from there it was history. Like everyone just dived in, everyone did their proper follow-up.
Yeah, and with that massive gold swing and the Lord pushing on the top lane, Happy Feet gained 5,000, almost 5,000 gold because of that. And that's just scary there. Again, sorry, SxC IMBA rather. SxC IMBA just going non-stop. Shider completes the Necklace of Durans, but to what extent? Can they win the succeeding team fights even without that lifesteal? This team from SxC IMBA outputs a lot of damage.
It is quite scary, yes, because, well, I usually get Durans just because there's an Alice or there's someone that lifesteals, but when it comes to the other members and how powerful they are, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
are you gonna try and block, or are you gonna par with that?
Yeah, and the stasis item completed for both Dexter and Haji at the same time. Lord is going to be knocking up on top. Aldous is in the bottom lane trying to split push. Numinal Blast going to be charged up. Forces everyone from Happy Feet to escape. Turret will be destroyed on the mid lane. But of course, everyone else in Happy Feet still trying to make a hold of themselves. Tuyon taken very, very low. Honda takes out YB420. Dexter still in the middle of the fight. Tanking turret hits. And Archie dives in, but he's going to get taken out. Shider just way too strong for that. Of course, SxC, they take multiple turret hits because of this. Tuyon has the deadly magic. He cannot fight at this point. 3 members of Happy Feet still defending the base, clearing out the minions. That's just not going to be enough to provide enough damage to hold off SxC IMBA though. Turret's still going to get taken down.
It's so smart because Honda is here at the front line. He's trying to zone out Happy Feet as much as he can, while his other members are just, you know, taking on the bottom turret.
And that's a complete wipeout there from the turret side. Ooh, yeah. And I don't blame him. That's a very strong performance there. SxC IMBA, they pretty much secured the game with all of the inhibitors out of contention. Of course, they're also going to catch up the Fanny. Aldous charge the ultimate. It's going to be a very crunchy hit if it does, and it will. And there will be enough energy, though, to make an escape. The rest of SxC IMBA, though, they're starting to push up in the middle of that fight.
They are still trying to apply pressure, while Happy Feet is trying to get away, trying to get out of their base.
Yeah, of course. That's going to be an 8,000 gold lead here for SxC IMBA. Make that 9. And all the lanes are open now. And I don't know how Happy Feet are going to get their way out of this one.
Do you think they can, though?
I really don't. Like, that's what I said. I really don't think they can make it out of this one. I'm thinking of a way they could possibly do it, but Tuyon is just getting creamed over and over again. He's not being allowed.
He is the Archie's apple of the apple of his eye.
Absolutely. Just always getting hunted down whenever he tries to go for something.
Always on her, yo.
Yeah, and because of that, again, the Fanny can't actually get any buffs around the area. SxC IMBA is controlling all of the buffs, and without buffs, the energy drain on that Fanny is just too much, and you basically limit the potential of the Fanny if you steal the buffs over and over.
You know what? I'm pretty sure that SxC is just trying to wait for the proper time to strike. Like, wait, we should try and pick them off, or we could go with the clash.
Ah, man, Tuyon trying to go for the assassination play, but gets read by Haji like a book. Deadly Magic forces him out of the way, but he's gonna get by Lolita on the mid lane. Also, Aldous' ultimate is gonna be there to stop him on his tracks, and he gets taken out.
Alright, here we go. As he was able to take down Fanny, they should probably offer a push for members left of from Happy Feet. They're all at the base, they couldn't go out, but first, let me take the Lord. Yeah,
Lord's gonna be there for a good measure here for SxC IMBA. It's not gonna be a contested trade at all, and Happy Feet just gonna be forced to watch as the rest of SxC IMBA get the message. Lord has been slain.
Yeah, so, well, Honda here though.
Honda just walking up and just
chilling, walking around the enemy's base. He's tanky anyway.
yeah,
so.
this massive 10k gold lead and this Lord advantage gonna be pouring in onto the base of Happy Feet. Looks like the end is near here for the Happy Feet combination. 3-man knock up there by Honda. Numinous Blast gonna be charged. Flicker in. Not even gonna be enough to make the Numinous Blast connect. But will there be another fight here? That's gonna be the question. Lord is almost at the doorstep. Deadly magic on the Shider. He's gonna be demolished immediately. Pringles locks to win near the throne, but not gonna be enough. He gets kicked out. That's gonna be a double kill for Haji. More kills coming over for SxC. Dexter in the middle. No one else to stop her. And the guy is Secret. Oh my god, he's trying to go for it, but it's not gonna be enough. Lord mashes on the throne, and that's gonna be a 2-0 win for SxC IMBA against Happy Feet.
Do you think that was quite easy, or Happy Feet was able to put up a fight?
I think Happy Feet just barely was able to put up a fight in the middle, in the start of the game with some assassination attempts by Tuyon. I mean, that was a very promising Fanny performance, but you know, he's MVP for a reason. He did a lot, and he actually was the star of that one, but of course, not going to be enough to fight off against the power of SxC IMBA.
It was too much.
Just way too much there. And again, gotta give him props. SxC IMBA was just always on point, making sure that they were always ahead in rotation, making sure they were getting all the major objectives around the map all the time. I think that's the big factor in why they won that out. Gold, the kill score is not really that far ahead.
Yeah.
You know, Fanny was going crazy on the kills earlier. It's just that, you know, majority of the map was always in control of SxC IMBA. Also, the reason why Aldous usually gets removed in a few weeks ago because of just how...
That's why we always ban Aldous as much as we can.
Yeah, map control. It was just a big factor. He sees where you are all the time with a contract ultimate. And it's just so easy to make a pick-off everywhere else. I mean,